you're solving it by hand, what you might think of is 4 pi over 3 and identify where that's going to be located. So here's 1, 2, 3 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3. So you know it's extended down here. The pi over 3s are 60-degree angles again. So you're looking at this 30, 60, 90 triangle. And you can see that your measurements are going to be 1/2 in the negative direction, √3 over 2 in the negative direction. And so when you're looking for the cotangent is going to be not sine over cosine, but cosine over sine. Again, you take the reciprocal. And so my cosine is negative 1/2. My sine is negative √3 over 2. If I invert a multiply, I get negative 2 over √3. The 2's cancel, the negatives cancel. I get 1 over √3, which reduces to √3 over 3. Okay, so what you can see here is you can recreate your answers pretty quickly by using what you know on the unit circle. Now, if you had this table available, like let's say the next problem, tan of pi over 6, again I have pi over 6, go over to tangent √3 over 3. I can solve it if I have this sheet much more quickly. Okay, and so it's up to you whether you want to take the time to recreate a sheet like this where you can grab this information, or if it's fine just working through it. Now, cosecant here, again, the pi over 4s are very easy angles to work with. So as you're looking here is 1 pi over 4, 2, 3 pi over 4. So I'm looking at this 45, 45, 90 triangle. So I know that I'm dealing with negative √2 over 2, positive √2 over 2. My cosecant is 1 over sine. So my sine is my y value. So I'm taking the reciprocal of sine. And when I invert that, I get 2 over √2. And if I rationalize what I'm looking at, it just becomes a √2. So my answer would be √2. Again, I could have done that quickly in the scope of a problem. If I'm only going to see 3 or 4 or 5 of these, it might not be worth the time it would take you to create your own set of tables. But I'm just giving you some options, whatever works best for you. Okay. So here, if I take a look at the remaining ones, and I use my chart, 330, and just go to my 330, sine is negative 1/2. 210, I'm looking for the secant. Secant is given as negative 2 √3 over 3. And then finally, 240, the cotangent is √3 over 3. Okay, so obviously if you have access to the sheet with the measurements on it, it will allow you to answer some questions quickly. If you're working through homework, make sure you experiment both. I mean, if you're just doing a couple problems or you don't plan on creating your own reference sheet, you might want to do practice like I did here by working through them by hand.